Silence your cell phones now.
Hello, I am Hakim Jaffer, King of Zamunda. You are the heir to the throne.
Yes, my son.
What's going on, YouTube? It's that place to be. Chill, Mr. A&D. Better give you guys another movie experience. And yes, we are here finally to talk about one of the most anticipated movies that was supposed to come out at the end of last year, but it got pushed back and get Paramount sold to Amazon Prime for early this year. We are here at March 5th. We are here to see a sequel to a comedy classic, Coming to America. So of course, Coming to America stars Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, and this time Hakeem finds out that he has a son in New York, and now when Hakeem becomes King Zamunda, it is now time for him to find his royal heir. So he goes back to New York to find out who his son is to bring him back to Zamunda. So if we get out of the plot stuff like that, the question is, does it live up? Do we need this sequel? Is it something that was worth the wait or something like that? Well, guess what? I'm gonna give you guys the good, I'm gonna give you guys the bad, and I'm gonna give you guys the experience, and then with the slight spoils, and then I want to be fair. Okay, so let's start off with the good. All right, right off the bat, when it comes to the good, this movie is I enjoy Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall. You know, the chemistry that they have when it comes to from the original Coming to America, I really enjoyed that, and this time their chemistry is still there. I like Hakeem, I like Simi from the original movie, so they come there. I wish there was more of them on screen. Okay, because when it comes to them and when it comes to their barbershop characters, stuff like that, they are just good at what they do. And a lot of things that this movie does, it shows a lot of the nostalgia stuff from the first movie. And when it comes to certain characters, like obviously the men in the barbershop, I thought they were hilarious. I enjoyed every time they was on screen. I enjoyed them. Okay, even I would say when it comes to, especially me, who was I was born the year Coming to America came out. Seeing all those nostalgic things made me happy inside. They didn't overuse them, but because there's some things I will get to in my bag, but they didn't overuse them. But there were some things when it came back to the past, I enjoyed seeing Lisa again. I enjoyed seeing Mr. McDowell again. I enjoyed seeing King Jaffe Jafar. I enjoyed seeing all those characters again, and it made me feel warm inside. Made me feel like, man, this is what I loved about Coming to America. Then we get introduced to a new character, General Izzy. When it comes to Wesley Snipes, I thought Wesley Snipes was great. I really thought Wesley Snipes was great. Wesley Snipes has been, along with Eddie Murphy doing his little comeback as well, and all the stuff that he was with Eddie Murphy in, Wesley Snipes has really been killing it, and I think he did a great job in this movie. And like I said, it kept me laughing when Wesley Snipes was on camera, to say the least. I mean, we can talk about the wig later. What I'm saying, but other than that, I thought Wesley Snipes brought a good element. I love how it seems like always him and Eddie Murphy be sitting there clashing a lot of times when it comes to, stuff on screen. When it comes to their movies and them being like kind of like rivals and stuff like that. I thought it was kind of cool. I thought those guys are cool. One thing I like personally about Coming to America, which I remember talking to my wife about and a couple other people about, I think I did on the podcast once, is one day I Coming to America was back in the old in the movie in the 80s. It was like an ensemble cast, but it was a small. Also, there were so many cameos. Okay, that was just there. And if you look back at Coming to America, well, some people may think that this movie is very bloated when it comes to different characters, stuff like that. If you look back at the original movie, it was too, and there was just, at different points of the movie, there were random cameos that were in there from certain high-profile people in Hollywood that was in that movie, and once again, and then you got to get to relive who all of them were. And I think this movie gave us enough of the cameos to the point where I was just like, you know what? That gave me somewhere like a lot, but in some was like, okay, that gave me the feeling of that old 1988 Coming to America. When I was like, oh, there's this person, there's this person, there's this person, there's this person. I enjoyed cameos like that. And there was some I wish I would have seen more of to get away from the sports stuff like that. But I thought the cameo stuff worked. Introducing don't come back to Zamunda and introducing Hakeem's daughters. I really like that. We get Kiki Lane playing Mika, who is Hakeem's oldest daughter, and we know her from Bill Street Can Talk and the Old Guard. I really liked her in the Old Guard. So her seeing her do this, I was like, every time she's on the screen, she commands it, and I enjoy the aspect of like, okay, him having daughters and not having a son. I thought I would like to explore that avenue a lot with that. It's just good to see them, him having these 3 daughters and something like that. Even though I may nitpick on that a little bit in the bad section, but I enjoyed definitely seeing her on screen. And then everybody mostly that was in the movie that was new to the characters, like Leslie Jones and things like that. I thought they did just enough for their role in the movie, per se. But one thing that I know everybody's going to do is going to trash this movie. So there's time for the bad. So let's get into the bad. Okay, once again, I know what everybody's out there saying. The sequel wasn't needed. Okay, and then it was trash. It's burned my house out, and I'm sorry that this movie was not trash to the point where it's like I can't watch the thing at all. It's a disappointing. It's not the first one. It's a very disappointing follow-up for the first one, and I do believe it's because a lot of it takes place because of who they have writing on this movie. Also, is Kenya Burris, who is the one behind the whole Blackish series and the Mixes and the Grownish series as well. Of course, it's Black AF as well, and I think his writing style. His comedy style does not fit for what Coming to America was. And John Landis was the one that directed the original Coming to America, but he was a comedy director. And with Eddie Murphy being the hottest comedian at that time, it was lightning in a bottle, and you can never always catch lightning in a bottle twice. Okay, certain things you can, and certain things work, and certain things just necessarily just don't work, kind of thing. And I think with John Landis, even though there was so much bad stuff that was said about, like, Eddie Murphy didn't like John Landis, he felt sorry for him, gave him a job, he wanted to beat his ass a couple times. There's a lot of things going on with John Landis, but the man knew how to direct comedy, and he's known for that, and Blues Brothers, and National Lampoon, and even Trading Places, like the two of Eddie Murphy's biggest comedies, especially back in the 80s, it captured the funniness about Eddie Murphy. This one, I think Eddie Murphy takes a backseat to let some of the newer people and have their shine a little bit of it, but I think more so it should have been reeled into a way where I felt as though that then if they make a third movie, I'm not mad at it, because I think it's going to focus more on Hakeem and Semi, because they really took a back seat in this movie opposed to everybody else. There was some scenes obviously that was just like, this is stupid. This is clearly stupid. I find myself not laughing at it at all, and I was sitting there like, this is stupid. I wouldn't have done it like this. And honestly, I thought that they were smart enough not to do it this way. Like, so I'm not getting spoilers and shit, but me personally, I felt as though that I wouldn't have done that choice. I wouldn't say done that. I found myself, there were times when it looked very, very cheap, and I hate always saying this because obviously they recorded on Tyler Perry Studios, just like they did Bad Boys 3. But there were parts on Bad Boys 3 I didn't even know they was in Tyler Perry Studios. In this one, I'm like, I can probably tell you the parts that there was on Tyler Perry Studios. And for somebody who has a big studios in damn near all of Atlanta, I'm sitting there thinking like, why does it always look cheap sometimes? And there are some CGI moments I'm just like, okay, it's dark because of that. Okay, it's dark because of that. Because there were some CGI moments I was like, I just say don't get it. And then once again, it felt as though the whole thing with his son was a whole story that was forced on just to give them the excuse to go back to America. And I felt as though there was a way to get around it. I felt as though there wasn't necessarily a way to get around that. This is suffering from what every sequel does. If they want to make a third one, to me it'll feel like Bad Boys. Where the first one, I enjoyed the first Bad Boys. Then the second one come around and they just made bigger, better type thing. And I was like, this wasn't even necessary. Y'all had too many storylines and too much things going on at once. It was a Michael Bay, do what you want type movie. But then the third one reeled it in to make it more about Bad Boys. And that's why the third one was my favorite one. And that's very rare saying that when we have a film series. That's why I feel as though if they make the third one Coming to America, that's where it needs to come in at. I think the third one will reel it in back to where it needed to be, because this one was just a lot of everything at once, and some things it just didn't make sense. And some jokes did not go well over with, because obviously when you make a Coming to America movie, this is obviously for nostalgia fans also. I say you want to show to a new audience out there, but it's just for us, for those who remember the original Coming to America, or the ones who had never seen Coming to America. I'm telling you, this is for us. That's what it was for. There's a moment at the end I was just like, yeah, no, this didn't work for me at all. There are a couple cameos, couple things that they brought back. I'm just like, it didn't work right. It didn't work the way I would like it to work. All right, guys, but before that, because I can get into detail all the time like that, but let's get into the experience / spoilers. Okay, this is a slight spoiler warning because I am going to do a spoiler review with somebody who was on the set of Coming to America, and along with all my other people that on Nerd Coalition, and we're gonna talk about the movie. So we're now getting to full spoilers here. We're gonna get to some slight spoilers, something I think things I didn't like. Okay, so you've been warned if you guys don't want no spoilers. Okay, so real quick, the two things I want to talk about that I really didn't like. Number one was the death of King Joffrey Jafar. We kind of knew that was coming, alluding in the trailer, but it was good to see James Earl Jones back. But the way he dies,
this is not good.
The way we find out Hakeem has his son and his funeral, did not like it. I'm sorry. As my wife was sitting there telling me, did I laugh at some of the moments in there? Because at first I was like, they don't want you to take this seriously, and it's not supposed to. But then all of a sudden, he's alive during his funeral, and then dies during his funeral. I don't know if I was just like, y'all can't take something serious, and then when something does happen, y'all want us to feel for it. That's just not good storytelling right there. That's just not a good way to do it. I didn't like that part. I mean, when it comes to my full spoiler review, I'll get the details about that. When it comes to the thing I didn't like at the end, everybody knows what Coming to America, Randy Watson. Okay, everybody, we've seen Randy Watson in the trailer, and I was just like, I kind of wish we didn't see Randy Watson in the trailer, because there was no surprise build-up to Randy Watson whatsoever. I knew exactly when Randy Watson was going to come out, and it left no build, no surprise, which took all the fineness out of it. And then when Randy Watson does come in the end of the movie, I'm sitting there saying, I'm kind of upset that they picked this moment to have a celebration. 30 years of Coming to America, like, you know, say it's a 30-year anniversary, or not 30 years, but 30 years, and we have most of the cast, but let's take a big group picture. Hated it. I did not like it, because Randy Watson did singing "We Are Family," and then everybody, is clapping and having a good time. You don't clap for Randy Watson. I'm sorry, you don't clap for Randy Watson. I did not like it at all, and they all, like everybody in the cast, like one big group picture at the end, and it goes to credits and bloopers. I'm like, no. When Coming to America ends, I want to hear the and they show every single person that was in the movie. You get some bloopers at the end, but that's how the credits should have went off. That's what they did when Blues Brothers went off the air, or the first one. And even though the second one sucked, they did the same thing for Blues Brothers 2000, because you have such an ensemble cast that somebody's going to be missed, and then you just do like a little credit roll. No, I ain't trying to see John Legend sing Coming to America at the end. I'm trying to see who were the cameos in the movie if I had missed something, and that's what made it great. You know what I'm saying? But they did not even do that. I wish they would have did something like that, but they did. And I'm just like, they just did the regular, comment. I was like, okay, this whole end of the movie just made me mad. So, guys, before I know I've been talking for a while, I've been rambling, but if it's come to me, when it comes to when it comes to Coming to America 2, I said I'm going to be fair. I'm going to give Coming to America 2 a hashtag give it a chance. Yes, it's a hashtag. If you enjoyed the first movie, I say just check it out. If you haven't seen the first movie, then once again, I think you should check the first movie out. Well, see, if you check the first movie out first, you may end up hating this movie, but it depends if you want to go back and watch it. You may enjoy Coming to America. I'm enjoying the return of Eddie Murphy, me personally, but there was a lot of things wrong with this movie. But the thing was, if they want to bounce back and do a third one to kind of reel it in a little bit and go back to its roots, I'm cool with that. But post down in the comments down below, how'd you guys feel about Coming to America? I know a lot of people are saying it's trash. It is easy, especially for us black people, some of that who are people who love the first movie, to go out there and to say it's trash. I'm not going to necessarily do that. There are problems with the movie. It's not the greatest. It's not a great follow-up at all. But to me, it's a hashtag give it a chance, which for my rating system is a C. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed my review. Hit the subscribe button for movie experiences reviews right here every single weekend, right here on NC Studios. So once again, it's NC and place to be. Chosen Mr. Indy, and I'll see you at the movies.